sudden tragedy hits your life.
Yes, yes.
All of a sudden. And especially when it hits from different areas all at one time.
Okay.
And I truly, personally felt that it was all, and that ain't trying to take no glory or anything, but it was all intended for me because he wanted me to fall.
Yeah, yeah.
He wanted me to not handle it.
Yeah. Come on, come on.
I took it personally, and I told him, no, you're a lie.
Yeah.
And, because I was sitting there and I was writing a sermon on righteousness. Now imagine, and I'm angry. And it's hard to write a sermon on righteousness when you're angry. But then again, it's hard to stay angry when you're writing a sermon on righteousness. So in the middle of writing this sermon, all kind of forgiveness came over, even for the guy who hit her. And I find out that, you know what? God's going to take care of everything.
Yes.
I prayed for him today. All that came over me was like, God, whatever it is, you touch him.
Amen.
Because my anger could be physical. He's facing a lot of charges.
Yes, yes.
And I can look at him personally, but I think I remember, see, God will make you live what you preach.
Yes.
Because I think I remember saying that we don't deal with the physical.
No.
You can't fix the physical with the physical.
No, you can't. You sure can't.
I remember saying that. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. We have to go in where?
In the spirit.
Where do we go?
In the spirit.
Y'all make me say it again. Where do we deal with it? And who else is in heavenly places?
Come on now.
Who else is in heavenly places? Ain't only God in heavenly places. Are y'all keeping up with me?
Come on.
Who else is in heavenly places? That's the spiritual realm. So don't think remember I tell you, don't think that word heaven means you're going up in the clouds with God. And like they do on TV, heavenly places don't mean we're in the clouds and we're knocking on the door and some man in white coming to the door to let you in. Heavenly places is the spiritual realm. And Satan is in the spiritual realm.
Yes, he is.
Now I know what my dad said about preaching a sermon when you're angry.
Come on.
A lot of things he did to me is just coming to fruition. It's like, wow, okay. But he's alive. You know, we talked about last week, we talked about the armor. We know we're in Ephesians 6, 10 through 17. Again, we talked about Apostle Paul speaking to the church at Ephesus and Christians everywhere, saying that there is an attire that we wear if we're going to live successful in this Christian life. We got an attire. We got some clothes to put on. It's called Dress for Spiritual Success. That's the title of the series. Ephesians 6, 10 through 14 says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God. Now, he didn't say the partial.
No.
He didn't say leave a shoe home.
No, you didn't.
He didn't say I don't feel like wearing no shirt today.
No, he said put on the whole.
He said put on the whole armor
Yeah.
of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Because see, the devil he's going to see if you got your armor on.
Yes, he does. Yeah, yeah.
He's going to see, he's looking for that weakness. He's looking for that that crack in your armor
Yes. Yes.
to see if you can stand against the wiles of the enemy. Because see, when the enemy comes in like a flood, if you don't have the Spirit of God, He can't lift up a standard against you.
Yes.
For we did not wrestle against flesh and blood,
No.
but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in
High place.
heavenly places. Whoo! So where is our battle? We learned the last couple of weeks, our battle is where it's not here. It ain't in this church building.
No.
Where is it?
It's a spiritual realm.
It's in heavenly places.
That's right.
Yes. Yes.
Again, he says over and over again, therefore take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. And having done all to stand,
Come on.
stand.
Stand some more.
What did he say? That means don't move.
That's right.
We learned last week, don't move. We don't have to move. Because see what it is, like we learned last week, Jesus is already done, and we're sitting at the seat with Him. So, having done all to stand, just sit at that seat with Him and let Him do His job.
That's right.
Amen.
Because we tend to move. That's why He told us, He said don't move, that means don't go off on your own thing and try to do things physically. Don't try to fix this problem.
No.
Because we think we know everything.
Come on.
No, but we don't.
We think we can fix everything.
No, but we can't. Yes.
He said don't go anywhere.
No, that's right.
Meaning Jesus has already accomplished the victory.
Yes.
Verse 13 says, take up the full armor of God. Don't get partially dressed. Don't just put on. You need to take up the full wardrobe. So when you go to the store, don't just buy a pair of pants. I'm going to tell you something about me. My wife always says that when I go shopping, when I buy an outfit, whenever y'all see me wearing something, I bought the whole outfit the same day.
Come on now.
Let me tell you why I buy the whole outfit the same day. Because every time I go out and get it piece by piece, I get it all home and it don't match.
Come on.
The
That's
shoes
right.
don't match, the color be just a little bit off. I go there thinking, now that's the color, is that kind of the color it is? And it don't even match.
That's right.
That's why he said take up the full armor. When I leave the store, I take the shirt with me to see if the pants match, and let me see the shoes go with it, and the socks go with it, and the belt also.
That's right.
Okay.
Everything is matching.
Amen.
And I love to match.
Come on now.
Come on now. Come on.
I don't care if I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt with holes in it. As long as it matches, I think I'm okay.
That's right.
Amen.
He introduces us, Paul, to the first piece of attire, and do you all remember what that was? That gives you the victory over the spiritual realm, which affects how things work in the physical realm. He called this truth. Y'all remember that? He called it truth. Verse 14 says, gird up your loins with truth. The first thing you must keep with you at all times, everywhere you go, never let it go, meaning don't leave home without it, is your truth belt. Keep your belt on. You remember we can't be sagging because you'll be lagging. You need to keep that belt on because that belt holds everything together. It keeps everything in place. You put your shirt, you put your pants on, you put all this on, and you put a belt, and everything is in place. We men know that.
Come on.
And the belt is smaller than the pants and the shirt. But it don't even stay together if we don't have that belt on. And it don't even look right.
Mm.
You gird up your loins.